Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Spencer Rattler Part 2. We're going Oklahoma versus Baylor. Some really nice plays, some great vision throws, some off-platform things, some unlucky things, some structural questions. I think you're really going to dig it. Let's dive into it. Welcome to the QB School. Spencer Rattler Part 2. Let's get it. Right out the gate, I can't tell you I know exactly what he's looking at, but I can tell you that I love his ability to, when things break down, go make a play. And it's calm, cool. The footwork within the pocket, love the base, locked up, ready to go, protect the ball, get out, keep his eyes downfield, nice, easy flick, not throwing on the run, resetting. But as far as what he's looking at, his eyes are down here to the bottom of the screen. What he's trying to throw, no idea. There's nothing there, whether there's a miscommunication, whatever. If he works up top, I think he throws it to number 2, standing on the logo or near the logo. But right here, there's just this little subtle, get outside the pocket. You could throw this on the run, but flip your hips and make a nice, easy touch pass off platform. Love to see this, and it's saturated in the film. So again, know in the pocket, don't force anything down the field, good base, extend it, and then that little flick. Look when he goes to make this decision to throw this ball. It's almost like a little anticipation throw from outside the pocket. A little touch on it. It's not a laser. Really smooth. Love it. And those types of playmaking plays are all over the place. But there is some inconsistency. And right here, this is a really cool design. And he just leaves this shorty more than anything else, whether it's because how he kind of is abrupt with his footwork on this little play action. Watch the sniffer come across here. No, just a little toesy gets up and down and ball dives on him a little bit. So concept-wise here, cool the way that they're able to do this. They take advantage of these little iterations of pop passes where he's coming across here, faking that split flow action. You see a lot of teams block here or go into the flat. I think it's a lot more rare, not unicornish, but come across here and then turn up, and it almost turns into like a shallow seam. Usually paired with like an out or an out-breaking route here, just to create this kind of lane alley to be able to hit this. And if he puts this on him, he's still running. Really nice here, scheme-wise design, offensive architecture. Watch him come across. You can see it paired with that out from the number 2. Just kind of abrupt with his footwork. I think he has a little bit more time than he probably thinks right here. But man, this is a great design of a play. Love how they use that sniffer, big back, all over the place in the passing game. But great play action, obviously great run game. You can see he just kind of gets up, maybe locks that front leg, and the thing throws a sinker. Next one here. Again, there are things where nice throw outside the numbers. But again, for me, the ball kind of dies on him. And I think this is a combination of timing and scheme. And so I'll kind of walk you through exactly what I'm talking about. But when you do a play fake off a speed out, that's tough in gun, because to me, that's really, the shotgun snap and then what essentially is 4 steps. So anytime you're doing a variation of a speed out, to me, this is almost always under center, 5, no hitch timing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're in the gun, it's usually -2. So that if you caught this here in gun, it'd be 1, 2, 3, no hitch, and throw it. But when you do a play fake, that's at least another step. So now it's shotgun, so -2, -1 with the play fake, and then you're taking 3, now you're 5+, and now you're late. So this to me is just like a terrible math equation of how this precision timing game really times out for most people. And right here you can just see the effects of play action, shotgun snap, quick little fake, left foot false step, 1, 2, 3. Now he's already out of it up top. It just doesn't have quite the strength to generate that thing to drive it all the way to the sideline. Kind of dies on him. He falls away a little bit with the follow through. But again, to me, I'm always looking at the kind of blend of mechanics, footwork, scheme, timing. Just hard to make that kind of fake and that type of throw to that type of route and feel like you're going to be on time, in my opinion. So there are definitely some structural issues in this game that I personally would have more questions about. Right here, this is again another one of those little seams, pop passes to the back. This is a little bit unfortunate. It's a tight window. I think the defender number 8 gets his hand on it. I think he definitely gets his hand on the back here. Gives him a nice bear hug there. But right there, his left hand, I'm going to say hits it. So you're a little bit, throwing to covered receivers, covered, uncovered. A little bit unlucky right there. So again, we're ripping that seam from the backfield. And Oklahoma does such a great job of these types of plays, taking advantage of the run game into that seam area. But if this guy's going to grab him, get a hand on it, then the other thing structurally here for me, anytime you have split field safeties, so now let's just talk safety-wise. So split field coverage, and you're going to fake this way to then take advantage of a pop here or anything here. It could be 4 verticals. You just move this guy up here, taking advantage of this seam area, middle of the field, and you're faking this way. To me, it creates unnecessary problems with this safety, unless you know for sure that he is going to be kind of like bracketed up over here, coned up, whatever you want to say. So just things to be aware of with these play fakes. Yeah, this is great design. Yes, this should be there space-wise, but man, when you fake this way, you really have a tendency, in my opinion, to bring extra dudes to the party. Okay, don't be the guy that shows up with extra people, brings extra dudes to the party. There it is, the long trap pass. But man, that's close. Close to being a great throw. Touchdown, just small little windows. I think they're grabbing him right there, and then it's a nice play just getting his hand on the ball. Bad things happen down the middle of the field, batted balls. Combination of probably just would love to see him not throw it more than anything else, but also understand the design. When you play fake and try to hit those seams, pops, usually there are going to be extra bodies around. So back to the touchdown passes. Again, sometimes there are plays in this game where I don't know where he's supposed to throw, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. Where is he supposed to throw the ball right here? There's a 2-person route. They just did a fake. I can't tell you. Goes to make a play. Again, good enough athlete, good athlete, be able to keep those plays alive, outstanding vision, great off-platform, out-of-script stuff. So again, as things break down, one of his best weapons is the ability to buy some time, make good decisions, be an athlete enough to get away, and then that's not an easy throw. Check the body angle out right here. I mean, that's really nice. This is the stuff that I think gets people really excited. Stuff like this, 4 touchdowns, him just making a play. Because design-wise there, execution-wise there, on time, there's nothing there. Nothing. Again, even if that was the play, like delayed rollout, there's nothing there. Go just make a couple people miss and find somebody on the back line running to your left. Outstanding. Just lots of fun to watch, and no play's ever dead. If he's alive back there, standing up, they got a great opportunity for something good to happen. No, making good decisions, protecting the ball, quick, explosive, powerful, and got enough savvy, enough athleticism, enough twitch to be able to make those types of throws going to your left. And again, they're all over the film. This is probably one of those spaces where I thought I was just a little bit disappointed with the explosion, with like the ability to run. I think he's got enough wiggle to certainly do some of these things, get out there, but you would love to see him kind of make that guy miss. That's a lot of space. That's a great tackle, but man, that's one of those ones where we're reading the C-gap player on the right. We'll talk about it from the back end. Get a pull read here, and we're off, right? It's man-to-man. One safety to the house. Now, maybe he feels that pressure, that inside defender, but that's a lot of space. You would just love to see him to be able to make that kind of move in that much grass to get a bigger chunk. And yeah, it's a positive play. But again, we're just evaluating the overall athleticism here. Again, you can see that they're reading, get a little GT here. So we're reading this defensive C-gap player. Doesn't matter who it is right here. Right here, it's this player. It's usually involved kick, wrap, and we're just going to flow this thing right here and read right here. So when he comes down, we pull it, get downhill. And they run counter as well or better than just about anybody at this level. Fun to watch them. It's a great pull, but I was just, right at the end, it's this move part of it where I was just maybe expecting more, would like to see more, whether it's a little wiggle, whether it's a vertical explosion, something to make that guy miss and go make a great play, a massive play. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you're looking for even more quarterback school content, hop over to the quarterback school Patreon community, feel what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback room. Long videos there, long form, full breakdowns. And then for the best of the best, hop over to the quarterback school courses, bunch of different courses, a free one on the quick game, RPO course, how to beat every coverage, a Pass Pro course that I talk about a bunch in this video. Lots of different ways to get over there and get that premium content. Again, I appreciate the support. Let's keep the video going. And then these are really the ones that were, to me, more so than the interception, a little confusing. To me, this is a hot or sight adjust opportunity. And again, don't pretend to be certified, but I can tell you that I can handle the math here. And if we've got 6 people blocking and they're bringing 7, we need to have a plan. So shorty motion right here. First, let's talk just pure pass pro. They've got 6 blocking, 5 offensive linemen in the back. They're bringing 7. We have to get the ball out of our hands in every offense. There is no version of an offense where you can do this. So now let's talk strategy. We got a speed out down here to the bottom. Could we take 3 and throw it? 1, 2, 3, throw it? Yes. Now it would be an anticipation throw down here to the bottom of the screen, but he could handle that. You're going to get hit. The ball would be out. It'd be a thing of beauty. Now, I think the thing that's a little bit more realistic, and we'll talk about the pass pro from the back end just to kind of break down the specifics of it, but the gist of it is, here's the unblocked player. So it's really hard to get hit with this blitz and throw anything to the front side, in my opinion. It can be done. It's just harder. So normally when you get hit with that type of pressure up top, you're going to want to throw what most people would call the sight adjust or version of a hot into it. So it's usually something right here. Now, it doesn't always have to be this. It's just that's the way that most offenses are structured. But you can't have free runners and be shocked that you're taking sacks. And it happens multiple times in this game. So one more time. The speed out down here, yes, it'd be a tough throw. Could you throw it to the number 2 down here if he was looking? Yes, he's not looking though. I think the easier throw would be up top with the guy looking, side adjust. But again, he's not looking either. So to me, and this is where gets into the gray, dark gray area. To me, this is as structural, offensive system an issue as anything, because no one's looking hot. So again, pass pro wise, half slide. Okay, so the offensive line is going to our left. The back is on a dual. What does that mean? These 3 are going to these 3 right here. From there, the back has a dual. So the back is going here, 1 to 2. On the back side here, the man side, however you want to classify it, it's going to be straight up here, here. Not really straight up, but those 2 for those 2. So if you get hit with this, where he's going to take one of those gaps, and we get hit with both these guys blitzing, you have to have a plan. You have to throw hot. And the hot throw for me here makes the most sense right here. 2 lines through the line there, your little H, you're welcome. Okay, just that simple. But it sure looks like no one's thinking they're hot. Would also love to see the back get a hell of a lot more of him than that. But man. And so, and I don't pretend to have all the answers all the time, but when you see it show up multiple times in a game, I think that there are some potential structural issues. Right here, though, this again, him doing what he does at just a really high level, when it really jumps off the film, it's being able to improv. There's nothing there immediately, or he doesn't throw anything immediately. There's no panic. They're only rushing 3, drop 8. You got all sorts of time. Again, off platform, little sidearm flick. Fun to watch. Really is a fun style of football. I think just structurally here, without knowing what the concept is, what their read is specifically, it sure looks like they're running a variation of like a stop or a hitch. This looks like a version of like a seam or a post, a middle field read. And then I would have liked to have seen him throw this comeback. I'm not going to lie. Don't pretend to know how they're going to read this, but I would love to see him take the time, even if he went kind of 1 all the way back to 2, which is tough full field read. I think he's got this comeback with time, space. Again, I don't pretend to know what their freedom and their reads are, but this comeback down here would have been a nice throw right now. Throw it. Again, anticipation. It's not there. Get it to the check down. Again, love the arm angle, love the ability to stay alive in the pocket, no panic, the vision down the field, outstanding. Again, he's got a great job of being able to move to his left and flip his hips. Make that just that little like subtle 3/4 flick. Again, late down the middle of the field. Never been a better time to be a quarterback doing that. Next one here is one of my favorite concepts, a little double post up top. We're going to shift down here at the bottom, and he's going to run a shallow spike or follow. So we're going to fake that shallow and then try to get up into that seam area, spike area, and it's not there. Again, shows his ability to not force a ball, to be able to make good decisions, use his eyes, be able to use his feet to stay alive, and really bail out the play. There's nothing there. This is a check down, but they're taking a shot here. And you got to hold on sometimes to your rear to be able to take these shots. But again, no panic, great base, vision, pointing, orchestrating back there. Love to see it. And I really love this concept. You see it everywhere. It's a great quarters beater. But if you have the time to be able in your drop back game to take these types of shots, where this is really a version for me of double post up top with that shallow spike. So really first thing here, let's draw out the double post. And really this is almost always a version of like a super clear. So if it's there, I'm sure they throw it, probably read it 1-2. But really we're selling this shallow here. Then they get in here and they spike up and take this space. And you're really hoping that this corner goes with this post. And it creates this void and you throw it over that second level defender. So the throw usually happens kind of this like 2.5 level window. And it's a thing of beauty when it works, and Oklahoma's as good as anybody at running it. You see it more and more across football. We'll watch that little shallow spike. There it is. And it's not there, right? The second level defender gets enough depth to take it away. The corner sniffs it out as well. Catch it versus closed. But right here, this is just making a play, right? He's yelling at the back, pointing for the back. Make a play, use his vision, use his athleticism, use his ability to improv, to go out there and save a play. Go from what could have been a disaster, them sniffing out a double move, if you try to force it, to now all of a sudden we can use our playmakers' ability to be able to not panic, use our eyes, use our ability to make plays, and go save a play. Go make a big play. Lots to like. And I know I've kept telling everybody, it really is all over the film, his ability to do that and do it consistently and do it in a safe manner, I feel like, because there are some tight window throws. And right here, this is about as tight as it gets. So he certainly has the arm strength to fit it into tight windows. Gets a little bit lucky, unlucky in this game. But right here on this little over, or kind of late here with 81 really, that's a tight window. I'm going to go out on a limb and we'll draw it up from the side, but to me that's a tough ask to ask somebody to do this where they sneak down. Watch the tight end here. He's going to close that down gap and then get out into the corner. Normally you call that a late flat just because that over usually is coming into that space. So again, they're faking the jet motion. Love this play. A bunch of different, many offenses run versions of this where we're faking the horizontal stretch, right? We're usually going to get somebody in the flat. And then to me, whoever usually has the edge here, usually this is a block, 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 and then late into the flat. They kind of run it where it's almost like a late corner. The reason why I don't like that is because the over and the corner kind of occupy the same space for me. So normally it's flat 1, over 2, and then this late. I always think of the LA Rams do a great job with that late where they kind of allow him to find space in here or kind of late to the flat. But when he goes to throw this, that safety up top is there to make a play. The arm strength saves this play. So again, you can kind of see that corner and over occupying the same space. But that safety is driving that ball and the arm strength throws him open. One more time, 81. No. Got a guy right in his face. Again, I know I've talked about it on this channel, but I prefer footwork-wise here to fake this and get depth so you get away from this kind of pressure because he's really almost going backwards here as he makes his throw. It's even more impressive of a throw. I don't think it has to be that difficult, But look at that safety. That safety is coming downhill. You would expect that safety to make that play. Tight window, just a better throw. But interesting design as well. I bet a little bit of money that that's not the correct route, but that's just me. But again, I think the thing that for me, I keep coming back to these plays where, you know, this is a massive sack. And there are some bad sacks in this game, but this is as bad as it gets. This is one of those ones that can cost you 4 points easy if you're fortunate. They get a penalty here, but this is the same math problem. 7 for 6, and that's a disaster of a sack in the red area. So again, we're getting heated up with 0. We have 6 blocking. They're bringing 7. Again, I don't think that there's a great hot throw other than the fade up top. You can see he even gets the mailbox there. I think he gets tackled as well. But you got to throw this ball. This to me is, I would almost guarantee, is on the quarterback. I'm not familiar with any offense that doesn't do this in the red area. You get heated up with 0. You got to have a 0 plan. You got to throw the fade up top. Again, math, right? We've got 5 offensive linemen, 1 back, 6. We're in a half slide, the same protection last time I drew it up. One more time, just for the people in the back. Again, this is such an important part of playing quarterback. Half slide. So the offensive line is sliding to the left. They are going right here. 1, 2, 3. The back is on a dual. He's going 1 to 2. This is what most people call the man side over here, and really it's just 2 for 2. These two have those two. If they twist, they match it up. And that's it. So if you get hit with both on the back, you have to have a plan. And he doesn't again. They don't again. I'm nervous about saying it's totally on him, but this one I feel a little bit more confident because there is a good hot throw. And then you can't make a bad play a disaster. One of the most important things about playing quarterback. Right here, you got to have the athleticism to get depth and throw that thing away. Put that thing in the front row. That's just a tough, brutal play. Really fortunate that they got a penalty to be able to come down there and get a touchdown out of it. Right here, and this is just getting lucky. This should be a pick. Again, similar to that seam that we've already drawn up a bunch of different times. They're attacking that same spot on the field, 81. He's going to fake block, get into the seam area, and then that just goes through a defender's hands. So as much as you can do everything right, get unlucky earlier in the game, this is certainly getting lucky. Really fortunate not to be a red zone interception. See it from the back end one more time. 81 is going to engage. They're going to sell that, and we're trying to get to that pop area. Little pop seam. We're getting depth. Again, to me, this is a panic throw. Guy's in his face. The defender's looking right at you. Now, if that defender wasn't looking at you and you only could cover the width of his shoulders, great. But on 81, that guy's looking right at the quarterback. Now, you know what I'm going to say. If he could catch, he'd be playing offense. But you got to catch that ball. I mean, it hits him in the face. So much so, off the helmet, a little tee, a little tip drill, and a touchdown. I mean, my goodness. Living right here on that vegan diet. Whew, goodness. So that is a wrap. Spencer Rattler, part 2. Some things that I really do like. Love his ability to make plays outside the pocket. Some things that break down that I really do have questions about, pass pro wise, being able to kind of not make a bad play a disaster. Things that you hope don't seep into every single game. Again, one-off games, not going to be conclusive in any manner, but again, just building that catalog of information as far as we get closer and closer to breaking these guys down over the course of the next year. Things to pay attention to, looks for areas of growth, improvement. Lots of stuff to be excited about, though. Let me know what you think of the video. I appreciate it. See you next time. Have a good one.